Today, God calls you to pause and truly listen. This message is not just another video, but a divine invitation, spoken from the depths of His heart directly to yours. It's no accident that you found this message. God has orchestrated this moment to talk about life into your spirit and comfort your weary soul. He sees the burdens you carry, the doubts that weigh heavily on your heart, and your questions about your path. Stay with me until the end, for the words you are about to hear are meant to transform your faith, ignite your hope, and bring clarity to the steps you must take. In this sacred moment, God reaches out to remind you that even in the chaos, there is purpose. Even in the silence, there is His voice. He desires to show you the way forward, to be the guiding light when darkness surrounds you. Whether you face struggles in your family, health, or faith, God's message today is a beacon of hope. Let this moment be one of reflection and renewal, knowing that He draws near to you as you draw near to God. Share this message with those in need, for we are all part of His plan, and together, we can strengthen each other in faith. Now, prepare your heart to receive His word, and trust that it is no accident you are here. For a reason, God has brought you to this message. Listen closely and let His love speak to you today. The path of life is not always smooth, and as believers, we are not promised a life free of trials. We are often refined and drawn closer to God's purpose for us through the challenges we face. You may find yourself standing before closed doors, feeling the opportunities you once hoped for have vanished. Yet, do not mistake this for failure. Understand that when doors close, God prepares new paths, molds your character, and cultivates a more profound faith within you. Every obstacle is not a setback, but a call to grow. You may not see it now, but God is using these very moments of difficulty to build within you the strength, patience, and perseverance that will carry you to greater heights. The battles you face are not without purpose. They are, in truth, the battles worth fighting, the ones that prepare you for the blessings that lie ahead. Remember that outstanding achievements require great endurance, and the good things God has in store for you will unfold in His perfect time. In these seasons of waiting, when it feels like progress is slow or non-existent, hold fast to your faith. Know that God's timing is always right. What may seem like a delay to you is, in fact, a divine preparation. He is not only shaping your circumstances, but also shaping you. Trust that each challenge is part of a more fantastic plan for your life, ultimately leading to your transformation. Be patient, for patience is a virtue that aligns our hearts with God's will, and through it, we come to see that His ways are higher than ours. Remember that even in the darkest moments of life, when all seems lost and the world's weight presses heavily upon your heart, God is your constant source of hope. He is the light that pierces through the deepest shadows, the hand that pulls you from the depths of despair. When circumstances around you feel overwhelming, when the future seems uncertain, know that God has not abandoned you. He walks beside you, guiding you every step, even when you cannot see the path ahead. There will be times when you question why specific trials have come your way and why the road has become so difficult to travel. But take comfort in this truth. God sees what you cannot. He knows the end from the beginning, and His wisdom surpasses all human understanding. Trust in His presence, knowing that God's hand is steady even when life feels chaotic. He orchestrates every journey detail, preparing you for something far more significant than you can imagine. God is not distant in your struggles. He is right there with you, holding you, lifting you when you feel too weak to continue. His hope is not an empty promise, but a living force, a beacon that guides you through life's storms. This hope will sustain you, even in the fiercest battles. Know that God has not left you alone to face these challenges. He is actively working behind the scenes, turning what the enemy meant for harm into something good. Lean into His guidance, trusting His way is perfect, even when it doesn't align with your expectations. His plans for you are good, filled with purpose, hope, and a future of blessing. Let your faith anchor you, for God's hope is not in vain. As He has promised in His word, He is faithful to complete what He has begun in you. Stay firm in your trust, knowing that with every step you take, God leads you towards His perfect will, shaping you into the person He created you to be. Amid life's storms, when everything around you seems to be falling apart, God calls you to trust His plan. In these moments of uncertainty, Your faith is tested and strengthened. Though the winds may rage and the waves crash, know that God is your unwavering anchor. He holds you steady, ensuring the world's chaos does not sweep you away. His presence is your firm foundation. No matter how turbulent the journey becomes, He will not let you falter. God's plans for you are not marked by confusion or despair, but by a future filled with hope and peace. His word reminds us in Jeremiah 29 verse 11 that His thoughts towards you are thoughts of good, not evil, to give you a future and hope. Even when circumstances seem impossible, God works behind the scenes, orchestrating every detail for your ultimate good. What may feel like a detour is often God's divine redirection, steering you toward the destiny He has uniquely designed for you. Trust in His timing, for it is perfect, even when it feels delayed. Your waiting is not wasted. God uses these seasons to prepare you, to refine your heart, and to align your spirit with His will. In these moments, He shapes you for the blessings yet to come. Remember, God's promises are sure, and His word never returns void. Every step of your journey is held in His capable hands, and no part of it is overlooked. So when fear whispers that you are alone or doubt clouds your faith, stand firm. Knowing God's plan is more significant than understanding. He is not a distant observer but an active guide, leading you through every trial, every victory, and every valley. Rest assured that He has charted your course and faithfully fulfills His promises. Trust Him fully, knowing He guides you towards a future brighter than you can imagine, even when the path seems uncertain. In times of weakness and pain, when your spirit feels heavy and your body weary, know this: God is the ultimate healer. His healing power extends beyond what the eyes can see, reaching into the depths of your soul, restoring what has been broken and renewing what has been lost. Whether your wounds are physical, emotional, or spiritual, God's hand is always extended, ready to bring healing and peace. He is the balm for your wounded heart, the restorer of your soul, and the one who mends even the deepest scars. You are not alone in your suffering. God sees every tear, feels every hurt, and understands the unspoken pain within you. He promises to be close to the brokenhearted and save those crushed in spirit. He desires to lift the heavy burdens you carry and replace them with His peace, which surpasses all understanding. When you call on Him in your distress, He hears you. When you feel too weak to carry on, His strength sustains you. God's healing is not just a one-time act, but an ongoing promise. Each day, He offers renewal and restoration. Just as He healed the sick, gave sight to the blind, and made the boring walk, He is still healing today. Healing your mind, body, and spirit. He invites you to come before Him with all your pain and doubts and trust in His ability to restore what the world cannot. His healing power is limitless, and no wound is too deep for His touch. So, in your moments of weakness, do not despair. Turn to the One who created you and knows you better than anyone else. Let His healing power flow into every area of your life, your relationships, health, and faith. Believe in His promise that He will bring you through every trial, not just whole, but stronger than before. As you trust Him, remember that God's healing is not only for your body, but for your heart and soul, transforming you from the inside out. If you are seeking healing today, know that God is near. He is ready to restore what has been broken and to breathe new life into your weary soul. Simply believe, and let His healing touch transform your life in ways you never thought possible. God is your ultimate provider in every season of life, whether in abundance or in need. His provision is not limited to material wealth, but extends to every part of your being, emotional, spiritual, and physical. When you face financial uncertainty or the future seems unclear, trust that God has already seen your needs and prepared a way. He is the source of all good things, and nothing is beyond His ability to supply. He promises that if you seek Him first, He will provide for you in ways that exceed your understanding. God's provision is not only about meeting immediate needs, but it is also about preparing you for what is to come. He knows the desires of your heart, the struggles you face, and the dreams you carry. In His perfect timing, He will open doors that no one can shut and bless you in ways that reflect His infinite goodness. Trust that even when you cannot see the solution, God works behind the scenes, aligning everything according to his plan for your life. He provides not just what you ask for, but often far more than you could ever imagine. When worry about tomorrow grips your heart, remember the words of Jesus. Do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body, what you will wear. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothes? Matthew 6 verse 25. Just as he cares for the birds of the air and the flowers of the field, how much more does he care for you, his beloved child? Your needs are not overlooked. They are held tenderly in the hands of your heavenly Father, who delights in providing for you. God's provision is also emotional and spiritual. In moments of loneliness, fear, or doubt, he is there to fill the emptiness with his peace and comfort. When you feel depleted, he restores your soul, giving you the strength to continue. He nourishes not only your body, but also your spirit, reminding you that he is all-sufficient. He knows when you need rest, when you need hope, and when you need a reminder of his presence. Look to him as the giver of material things and as the sustainer of your heart and soul. As you trust him, do not be anxious about tomorrow. Know that God is faithful and true to his promises. He has seen the path ahead and will only let you go with what you need to fulfill the purpose he has set before you. In moments of doubt, lean on the truth that God's provision is perfect and complete. He will supply all your needs according to his riches and glory, and he will never fail to provide for those who trust in him. As you reflect on this message, let your heart rest, knowing that God's love for you is boundless and unfailing. He has walked with you through every trial, every moment of joy, and every season of doubt. No matter what you face, you are never alone. God is your refuge, healer, provider, and guide. His promises are true, his grace is abundant, and his plans for you are filled with hope and a future of blessing. Trust in his timing, lean on his strength, and know that his love surrounds you every day of your life. Remember, God is always working on your behalf, even in ways you may not yet see. He is aligning everything for your good, guiding your steps, and leading you toward his divine purpose. Hold on to his promises and let your faith carry you through every storm, knowing God is with you now and forever. If this message has touched your heart today, I encourage you to share it with someone who may need to hear God's word. We are called to strengthen one another in faith, and you have the opportunity to spread his light to those who may be struggling in silence. For more messages of hope, healing, and faith, I invite you to subscribe to Jesus' Story channel. By subscribing, you'll receive new inspiration regularly, messages that remind you of God's unwavering love and his powerful presence in your life. Don't miss out on what God has in store for you. Hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and stay connected to this community of believers. Together, we can walk this faith journey, drawing closer to God's heart with every step. May you go forward today with peace, knowing that God is with you, guiding you, and preparing you for great things. Stay rooted in his love and trust that the best is yet to come.